Hello all the crazy people out there, my name is Dragonite. Welcome back to Pokemon Ultra Moon. Last time we arrived in Konikoni City. And also we did a bunch of stuff outside that. There was apparently a lot of area to explore past the cemetery that I forgot was there, so we went into that as well. Today we are going to walk around in town a little bit more, and I suppose we'll start out with Olivia's, or at least what I assume is Olivia's shop over here. That's a Probopass. No, that is not a Nose Pass, that is a Probopass. Or was he saying no passes in like, you shall not passes in like, alright, fine, that was a joke, I assume. I know I asked you I know I asked you to meet me here, but there's been a change of plans. Come meet me at the Ruins of Life past Memorial Hill when you can. I was just there. I guess we'll be running back. Alright, well, we'll do that later. First, I will go and explore the rest of the city. Because there is, a little bit that I didn't do. Because I didn't want to spend too much time in here. Medicine? Oh, are we delivering this to some Ampharos or something? Again? Alright, well, I can't speak Probopass, unfortunately. But we'll take that medicine, and I'm sure it'll come in handy eventually. The jewelry shop. Okay. Firestone, Thunderstone, Waterstone, Leafstone. There's also a couple others at this point. Dusk Stones. Dawn Stones, Shiny Stones, things like that, but I don't know if that's going to become available later, or if we'll have to go somewhere else for those. Oh, we can buy fossils, too? Plume Fossil. I always did like Arcan and Archeops best out of the... I can just barely buy that. Out of the different fossils. Lot of fun to just have like the most glass cannon of glass cannons in competitive. The first bird Pokemon. Alright, what do these guys have to say over here? Deontay, it's sudden transformation of the jewel Pokemon Carbink. Wait, are Carbink and Deontay actually connected? Like, in the lore? I know that, like, they look kind of similar, because Deontay is like a gemstone and Carbink is like, I don't know, an uncut gemstone or something like that. But, I don't know if I ever, like, read a Pokedex entry or anything like that that, like, explicitly connected them. Alright. So... let's see, I'm talking to all the people. And I'm not really reading what they say all that carefully, unless it sounds like they're going in the direction of giving me an item. Who am I, stranger? I don't think so. Wait, what? Where do fish Pokemon go? I think there's a little bit less skill involved in this game than there are in other games. Because the timing window for reeling things in is pretty wide. Alright, whatever. I think that's it for over out here. And... is there... For some reason I thought that this was like the Pokemon Center, and then I remembered that the Pokemon Center, like, we'd already been there. What is this? Oh. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, let's make quick work of this one. Loke is now level 25. Managed to deal with the Ditto that was disguised as the herb seller. And then the real one comes in to take his place. I was picking some herbs with Captain Mallow. I'll start selling herbs again, so come see me. He doesn't have to know. Alright, what are you selling? Are you like the energy root and the big powder, the energy powder rather, and stuff like that? Revival herb? Yeah. Alright, cheap healing items, lower happiness. Let me go in here while I'm nearby, and I will run back to the police station and see if I can turn in that... oh, that's a PC. Turn in that part of the quest about the Ditto 5 or whatever. Let's see. Oh, this is the photo club. Thanks, I guess. Special water type sticker. Special fire type sticker. Are these things that I can affix to Pokeballs? Hiker stickers. Because in like Gens 4, and I think a couple other generations, you could put stickers on your Pokeballs and there would be like sparkles and whatever when you throw them out in battle. But I thought they stopped doing that, but this makes it sound like they're back. Okay. Easy mode or advanced mode. So this is gonna be like... Alright, so there's some things that just aren't available in advanced mode, and I assume that's just to declutter the menu for someone who just wants a casual photo shoot. We can choose just the Pokemon, or me and the Pokemon. We can choose who exactly to put out. For example, the noodle. Backgrounds, Route 1A. Okay, so we can select background and time of day for most of these places. Although, obviously, only the ones that we've actually... only the ones that we've actually seen so far. Composition, facing forward, outfit. Can I also, like... Oh, that's not that many choices. I mean, sure, I'll start the photo shoot, but... I was hoping for some more different posing abilities. Oh, can I do posing abilities? This is gonna be a little involved. There's a lot on the UI down here. You can move Pokemon by hitting this button, apparently. So I can... Interesting. Alright, there's actually... I stand corrected then. Alright, so there wasn't anything else in there that I really wanted to do. That's interesting. I've got an appreciation for photo modes in games. Oh, this is like the room where the green screen room and the camera apparatus to make it move around in different ways. Alright. There's a green light, which I guess means that it's not occupied right now. You came all the way to Alola just to take the cutest possible picture of my lovely Blossom. There have got to be places where you can do that closer to home. Wasn't there something like that in, like, Goldenrod Tunnel? Couldn't you have just done it there? Anyway. So, I've got an appreciation for photo modes. I'm not probably going to really do anything more with that. There are some games where I will play around with that a little more than on others, but I think we've had our fill for this one. You're gonna tell me about rock types. Yeah, they do have plenty of weaknesses. They got generally a high defense, but they do have a lot of types that can damage them. Water, ground, fighting, steel. Common types too. Grass, obviously another one. Let's see. So, if I come over this way, you are probably going to tell me, job well done on the herb seller. Interaction with customers. Interactions, mostly just, like, mumbling in their direction. Don't know if that counts as an interaction. Are there any others? Alright, so the flavors in the restaurant have changed. So, do I have to beat up the cook or something next? You seem suspicious. It is the cook. Alright. Should I just stay silent, do the Dark Brotherhood thing? You didn't respond to that. Alright, let's fight. Alright. Made quick work of you. Unfortunately, Pico went down. The chef is late. You were here like a minute ago. Actually, that would have been in the last video. So you were here like a day ago. Slacking off. Alright. So we've sorted that one out. That's 3 out of 5. Run back to the police station. He paid me pretty well for the other one. I'm not sure if he's going to give me that amount of money again or what. But let's see. Come back over here. Why do I feel like Nurse Joy at some point is going to be one of them? That just seems like the sort of... Alright, 20,000 that time. That just seems like the sort of thing that that would show up here. All right. Is that all? Maybe that was all of them. All right, I thought you said there were 5. I only fought 3, but maybe more are gonna appear later. Got some decent money for that anyway. Let me go and heal, and then we'll be off to the ruins. Actually, one more thing before I go there. What is down this way? There's an NPC who just popped in pretty close to the camera. You're just gonna say hello. Are you a ditto? You didn't have much to say. A trial goer. Alright. Who am I helping this time? Hairstylist. Do you want a Pokemon with fabulous hair or something? Beautifully bemaned Pokemon for me. Do I just have to find Pokemon with fabulous hair? Well, no, like, oh, an Eviolite. I should probably throw that on someone. I didn't get like a team select window or anything when I talked to her, so I'm guessing whatever she's looking for, I don't have it. But the Eviolite is going to be an item which is going to... No, that's not it. Eviolite is an item which is going to raise the defense and special defense of a Pokemon who still has the ability to evolve. I'm going to give that to Loke over here, because I think he's going to need a little bit of extra defense until he, you know, does evolve. Alright, so there's a gate up here. I see there's a sticker on that lighthouse, so I can't go any farther. Alright, that was not a waste of time. I did get myself an Eviolite. I will go and fly over, because it's a bit of a walk, to... That's not a fly marker. To Memorial Hill. That's going to be the cemetery. And that'll at least get me about halfway there. Oh. Okay. More plot. Did not see you until I was pretty much right on top of you. Team Skull, get back that Pokemon. We might be here a while, because I don't think Slowpoke has yet realized that it's been kidnapped. Alright. Prepare for trouble and make it double, to protect the world from devastation, to unite all people within our nation, to renounce the evils of truth and love, to extend our reach to the stars above, so on and so forth. So, Ethers, I'm still not used to them, like, contributing to society in a helpful way, rather than trying to bust open the wormholes or whatever they were doing the last time around, but, we can take on these guys. Yeah, we'll fight. This probably won't be hard. Team Skull is not the, most difficult evil team to deal with. Alright. I thought there was going to be another one after that for some reason. There are 2 of them, but I only fought 1. Maybe these 2 beat up the other ones already or something like that. Anyway, what's your names? You look familiar. I'm sure we've met before and I can't do names. Anyway, so you're going to tell me good luck on the island challenge, and then they're just gonna shove off. And I'm going to continue on my way up to over here. Actually, I won't cut away. We're almost there. We were closer than I thought. Alright. So what is this? The Ruins of Life, or the Ruins of Triforce, or the Ruins of Courage, or whatever? Let's see. Plumeria. That's your name. Alright, you're in charge of Team Skull, aren't you? At least you were. I assume you still are. Don't you think some dummies are cute in their dumbness? You know what I mean, right? You picking on my cute, dumb brothers and sisters really annoying me. Alright, so, in true big sister fashion, she's gonna call them dumb, but still stick up for them. Anyway, so we're gonna fight Team Skull Admin Plumeria and Golbat. I keep calling them like the evil team. I really shouldn't do that. They're really more like the village idiot team, if anything, more than anything else. Anyway, level 26 Golbat versus level 25 Horsey. Oh, you're gonna confuse me. I'm gonna see if I can do any damage here with Bubble Beam, and if not, I'll just switch out because we can gain experience in other ways. I've got, yeah, that didn't do anything. I've got a couple of rare candies that I guess I could use, but I don't really want to just like lean on that. And if I do wait until later before I use them, they will be worth more experience points, which isn't quite as great as it sounds, just because later in the game there are more experience points to go around, and you tend to approximately level. Don't do that. No, that's a quarter effective. You tend to approximately level at a pretty even rate throughout Pokemon games, with some exceptions, but it's still it feels better to save them until later in the game. So Foos unfortunately was not really able to do much there. I'm gonna go. Probably should have healed everyone after that last fight, but I'm just gonna bring in Strewn over here, and she can think about taking out these Golbat and whatever else you've got behind that. And you're gonna confuse me. All right. All right, good. We were able to hit through that, and that's going to. All right, one more will take you down. Wing attack. I'm just glad you're not trying to bite me, because bite and flinch, that lovely combination. Golbat's going down. Alright, you've got one more, so who's coming in after this? Oh yes, you gain a boosted experience points, because you are... Strewn is traded from another game. Focus energy, no thank you. Actually... I'll consider maybe using a heart skill to bring that back later, because focus energy plus the sniper ability, increased critical hit rate plus increased critical hit damage, isn't the worst. But I still feel like I'm going to mostly count out the sniper ability, just because I don't want to try and build strategy around something that's inherently random like critical hits. Anyway, because I'm lazy, let's just go and use a couple more Dragon Rages, and hopefully that will be enough to, alright, we're gonna snap out of confusion. Hopefully this will be enough to 2-hit KO you. Don't think Sandalet's gonna have more than 80 HP. We are starting to get to the point where, like, once Dragon Rage becomes a 3-hit KO, I become much less interested in it. But I think, yeah, we survived that, and one more Dragon Rage will take Sandalet down. Or Salandit, not Sand. That would imply that it's a ground type or something. Good game, Plumeria. Alright. So, I don't know, yeah, mess with anyone in Team Skull again and I'll show you how serious I can get. That's usually something that people say when, like, they've reached the end of their line and they don't want to admit it. But anyway, Olivia's gonna be in here somewhere, and I hope we don't have another fight because my team is kind of beat up. Oh, it's you two. Burn It. I almost called you Olivia. I don't think Burnet and Olivia are related. It's like sisters or something like that, because, I don't know. The Masked Royal has a match. There's no way I'm missing it. Keeping up the joke. What do you think he looks like under that mask anyway? Yeah, you of all people you think would know that. Alright, Lily, what is it? I came here for Nebby, though, as you saw, I didn't come here myself so much as I was brought here with the professor's help. Look at poor Horsey. Let me heal it for you, will you? Alright, so now... this makes it sound like we're gonna actually go farther into here. So is this when I'm going to get, like the rock slide ride page or something like that? I know you tried to drag me along to the ruins of conflict on Melee Island too. Why are these ruins important to you? What do the Guardians mean to you? That's the face of someone who knows and just doesn't want to tell you. Just think of what would have happened if you hadn't been back there then. Okay, so they actually have, like, completely opposite hair. Berna has, like, white hair and you have, like, black hair. I don't know what I was thinking there. Haven't I seen you with Kukui? Yeah, my name is Lily. I would work as Professor Kukui's assistant, and this is Drago. Oh, sorry, I never even asked your name before, did I? Tapu Lele summoned me here to clean up the ruins. Drago, thanks for getting to know the people and Pokemon of Alola. So are we gonna fight now? Or are we gonna go deeper into the ruins? Alright then. You completed the trials of all 3 captains here on Akala Island. Now you face your grand trial of the Kahuna, me. Alright, so we are just gonna fight here. So we're gonna do this. I do have a horsey with a Eviolite out front. Hopefully this won't be completely embarrassing. Alright. So, I'm thinking... I guess I have a couple of cross items. I don't have any really moves that I could use to set up on you with. Anorith. Okay. Let's see. If I have any, like, cross specials, I might consider using them. Level 26, you were level 27. Alright, I do have a special attack, so let's go and just use one of those and see if I can get a little boost to my special attack and maybe do a little here. Bug Bite is going to do more than I really bargained for. Alright. If I can get a Bubble Beam, and if I can get a speed reduction, and if I can get more than half. Ooh, 1-hit KO. I'll take it. Alright, thanks, Anorith. Alright, I feel a lot better now than I did a minute ago. Leap. So that's going to be the opposite there. You're going to be grass rock type, which means that you'll be taking neutral damage from Bubble Beam, which means that I think probably... Alright, this'll still be enough to heal me to full health. Horsey really does not have a lot of HP, but we're going to heal to full health, and we'll see... Laleep is going to use Giga Drain. Okay. So that turned out to not matter. Well, at least I got one battle out of that. Foos has fighting type moves, so I'm gonna go and use Brick Break here. I won't use my my Z fighting move quite yet because you do still have one more Pokemon, and I'm going to assume that it's gonna be a fully evolved something. Ooh, all right, you did not a lot of damage there. Ancient Power. I love how Ancient Power has the like symbols of fossils on them. It's done that for a few generations now. I think it's great. Alright. So that's a 3-hit KO on me. Hopefully you will not get... Oh, I should have just gone ahead and used the Z move. Because, like, if I don't use it now, I'm gonna die. Yeah, at least you didn't get the stat boost from that. Well, it's down to Pico and Stroon, and Pico is a fire type, so I don't really want him going up against a bunch of rocks. So Stroon, it's gonna be left to you. All right, let's Dragon Rage this, and you're gonna heal. Well, Dragon Rage. That fixed. I'm gonna guess you have about 75 HP. I don't think you have quite 80. If you have 80, you're gonna hang on by like a tiny amount, and I'm gonna be annoyed. But nope, not quite. All right, 2 Dragon Rages were enough to take you down. Stroon is going to grow to level 28. And we can send in Lycanroc. Alright, that's going to be your last one. Definitely wish that I still had Z fighting for this, but I'm going to paralyze you because Lycanroc, again, is fully evolved. Flinched and couldn't move. Okay. In that case, it's time for another plan, which might be a revive. I'm gonna revive Foos. Going to try to get that Z fighting move off if I can. All right. So I went down. Pico is coming in level 29. You do have the type advantage against me, but I am also level 29, which is stronger than most of my teammates, and I'm a second stage. So yeah, Z fire probably not, but I will just toss out a double kick. You're gonna use Rock Tomb. That's gonna lower my speed, right? Ooh. All right. Super effective. Alright. I think it's Meat Shield to clock. Which means I'm going to send in Mime Jr. here. And Mime Jr. is just going to waste time. While I do this. And we're going to hope that once Foos is on the field, she's going to be able to use Z Brick Break. What was that? All Out Pummeling is the name of that one. And we'll see how much damage this does. You're going to bite me if I don't flinch. Alright, that was a critical hit, but I did not flinch. That still would have been more than half even without the critical, I think. So that doesn't... it feels bad to have happen, but it doesn't really change the strategy. Let's see. All-out pummeling. You know what that also looks like? This one specifically, just the way that it's like shooting fists off, is one of Luffy's attacks from One Piece or something to that effect. Alright. I won't be able to do anything else after this. I don't think a Ranguru will be able to either, so it is in my best interest to revive somebody. I don't have any max revives, which would be useful to have here. Let's go and bring Lok back, being a water type and whatnot. So Fus is going to go down. If you use that on a Ranguru, I suspect that it's going to hurt. What did you do to Dratini? What did you do to Strew that took her down in one hit? I can't remember. There's part of me that thinks I could probably have revived her instead because she is slightly higher level than Lok over here. But I also seem to remember that you took the Dratini down in one hit, and I don't really want to like mess with that unless you didn't, and it was just like a flinch. I think that might have been what it was. I think you got a flinch off, which kind of put a dent in my strategy. Anyway, if this doesn't work, I'll have to come back and think of something else. You're gonna use Bite. That is less than half. So if you do that again, and I don't know why you would, because Rock Tomb should probably be doing more damage anyway, but if you do that again, I might have this. Alright, wow. Thanks for screwing that up. Nice. Alright. Look, you're gonna get all the experience from that one. Almost level 27. How lovely. Alright. That required some item spammage, but we made it through. Diamonds only sparkle after coal is pushed to its absolute limit. You guys are the best. The Rock type Z Crystal. Rockium Z is all yours. So that's going to be... What are we up to? 7? I think we're up to 7 of these out of however many are in the game. I remember that there were 1 or 2 that NPCs just gave you late in the game. I guess because there wasn't enough time to get in every single type in some kind of challenge or another. But anyway, that's Rockium Z. So we're going to learn how to do the dance. And I think at this point we will be able to move on to the next island. I'm probably going to go back to Heihei City and see if I can get in and explore that last section, that hotel thing. Use it well. The rock type, it's hard, sturdy, rugged, and physically strong. And it's got a bunch of weaknesses. Alright. So, Nebby, are you going to try and, like, go farther in now or something? You look very pleased. Might be a weird question, but why even come to the ruins of life if you're not a trainer? Alright. So, we're going to see if we can figure out a way to connect the ruins, or connect the ruins to Nebby anyway. I forget exactly where, like, the location where Nebby actually turns into something is in the original Sun and Moon. That was, like, it wasn't the last island, I think it was the third island. It might be sort of coming up in not too long from now. Anyway, so we're gonna take our leave from there, apparently. Kahuna, Olivia. Alright, How, I think you probably... I can't tell if you're gonna have an easy or a hard time with this, having a Dartrix, a flying grass type. Because on the one hand, grass, on the other hand, flying. The weird green guy from Aether told me to come to Hana Grand Resort once I finish up with my grand trial here in Akala. Alright, I guess that is where we're going next. Aether Foundation. Alright, we can do that. Let's see. I think I'll stay here. I'd like to see how Hao's battle goes, too. Alright. So, I have a feeling that is not Lily's only reason for not wanting to see the Hana Grand Resort, but we're gonna leave her to her own devices for a bit. And we'll make our way off towards the other town in this game. Alright. Guy looks way too happy about this. So, I'm gonna go and Charizard glide over in this direction. And the first thing that I should probably do is going to be healing. But after we do that,